Yeah, just pretty excited. Not sure what to expect. Not playing in that long a game like this, so I think everyone's excited, and I think just getting the first period underway, a couple shifts, and settling in, and everything should be back to normal.
There's so much talent on this roster. What is the key for you guys to play to your potential in this tournament, do you think?
Yeah, it's a good point. I think just sticking to kind of our values and our system. We want to be relentless all over the ice. I think that's a main thing for us. So if we can do that every shift, I think our talents will be able to take over.
Thank you.
No problem.
Our next question is to Ryan Rashog.
Hey, Jack, just wanted to ask you about facing the Russians in this lone exhibition game. A lot of their players have been playing games fairly regularly. We all know most of you guys have not. How big a test is that, just given that kind of disparity in the amount of playing time you guys have had?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very competitive game. It's probably the biggest test we could ask for a pre-tournament game, and that's the way we wanted it as a team. We wanted to measure ourselves right away to know what we're going up against, and I guess kind of dive right in and compete hard in this pre-tournament game to get ready for the real tournament.
It's still very early. What is your sense of Kirby Dach's leadership style and the tone that he wants to set for the group?
Yeah, it's really good. He's obviously a great guy. Just got to know him over the past couple of weeks. I didn't know him at all before, like a lot of the guys here. And he obviously has a lot of experience and a big voice in the room, but I think at the end of the day, he leads by example, and he sets the tone every day in practice, whether it's battling hard or setting the example in drills, things like that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ryan. Our next question is to Patrick Fille from RDS.
Yes, Jack, just wanted to ask you mainly about the power play. We saw yesterday, for example, the Americans are trying to get their rhythm, obviously facing a real opponent this time. How much of an adjustment you feel it's going to be to get on a roll on the power play?
Yeah, I don't know about an adjustment. I think it's just an opportunity to start things off and build some momentum for the power play. Playing against your own PK for a couple of weeks now, it obviously gets repetitive, and they know what you're doing. So I think we're all excited to play against the Russian PK and try to build some momentum for this tournament.
Thank you.
No worries.
Next, we will go to Sam Cosentino from Sportsnet.
Hi, Jack. What do you think makes you so effective on the left side, and how much have you enjoyed playing on the offside?
I like the left side because I can cut to the middle. I can kind of see the ice a little better, having the puck on the inside when I'm coming down the wing. So I think I'm just a little more dangerous being able to cut to the middle and make plays with my line mates that way.
I know one thing that André had talked about in your progression is getting to the middle of the ice. So that being that way, I guess it's a little bit easier to do that more often.
Yeah, you said it, Sam. I think getting to the middle of the ice is a big reason for a lot of success I've had in scoring goals, and playing on the left side. I think I can do that a lot easier against the defenders and things like that.
Great, thanks.
No worries.
Thank you. And just a reminder, if you do have a question, please use the raise hand function. Next, we will go to Mark Spector.
Jack, what is the last meaningful game that you played, and what do you remember about it?
Well, I think would have been in the OHL. I think we played Niagara, TD Place, and I don't know, it was a good game. We played well.
Score?
Sorry?
You remember the score?
No, not exactly. I think we won by a bit. And then things got shut down, which was too bad. But, we've also played some inter-squad games that have been competitive. So I could count those two a little bit.
I guess I would ask you, like, for the hockey fan out there that's turning the game on, you guys practice and practice. You're all really good players. You do your PK, you do your power play, all that stuff, work together. Yet it's not the same as a game, right? What would you tell the guy that doesn't play at your level? What's the difference? What's missing when you don't play an actual game for this long?
Yeah, well, I just don't think you can count for things that happen in a game in practice. And I think that's why, games have more effect than practice. Everyone can use their hockey sense in games a little more, and you have to read and react a bit more. So practice is obviously, really good, and you can get a lot better doing it. But I think everyone wants to play games, and that's why everyone wants to play hockey. I think that's probably the more fun of the two.
Thank you.
And we will go back to Mark Masters with our last question for Jack.
Jack, are there any situations in a game or moments on the ice in a game that you think will be the biggest to adjust to coming back after such a long layoff?
It's a good question. I'm not sure. I think probably be able to see after tonight a few things I need to work on. But I think it'll be a fast-paced game, so just getting used to that again and managing the puck a bit. I think, without playing games, you maybe get a little rusty with that kind of things and where to put pucks and stuff under pressure. So maybe just figuring that out early tonight and seeing where it goes.
I know there was some nerves early in camp, your first Hockey Canada camp. What do you think it's going to be like for you personally to put on that sweater tonight and play for Team Canada?
Yeah, it'll be a huge honor. It's something I've always wanted to do, and I finally get a chance, so it's going to be super exciting.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark.
And we will actually take one more question from Sam Cosentino. Sam, go ahead.
Yeah, Jack, what kind of things did you work on in particular with Jack and how much, or with Josh rather, and how much have you seen that come to fruition or help you out here in this camp?
Yeah, for sure. I worked with Josh a lot this summer and the summer before, and I think it's just all game situation stuff, and a lot of it's shooting. So it's obviously a big reason why I scored as many goals as I did last year and had that kind of breakout year. Things just like, working on my shot release and kind of extending and finding shooting lanes, things like that have really helped me out. And I think I've took another step this summer, and I've been able to show it a bit at camp so far.
Great. Thanks again.
Thank you, Sam.
Andre, what do you think will be the biggest challenge for everyone who hasn't played in so long? What will be the biggest challenge tonight?
It's a little bit where we talked. We'll have turnovers and broken plays will be the challenge. I have no doubt when we will be in position, we'll play really well. That's not the problem, but the hockey game, it's not like a football game. It's not a whistle at every play and you reset. You will have broken play, will have mistake on the execution, and then you need to recover and get back inside your structure and play the right way. That is something takes a little bit of time. So for us, we don't have time. So we need to be really urgent in the task and make sure we're playing well and progressing during the game.
Been a long road to get to this point and to this game day. What's your sense of the group? What sort of anticipation are you sensing from them?
A lot of excitement, a lot of good emotion. The guys are really excited and eager to play, and we know we have a really good opponent, so that's great. We will really see where we stand and what we have to work on, and where our strength and our structure and where we need to make sure we made some adjustments. So the players are excited about it. The coaches are excited about it. I'm sure our entire country is excited about it. So we're grateful for them.
I'm excited. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you, Mark.
And then the last thing, any more special guest appearances from anyone who's, talked to the team or sent messages to the group, even maybe Dale, anyone that you've heard from the last few days that would be of interest?
Yeah, we had a special invite. We have the country singer Brett Kessel, who was with us a couple of days ago, sang a few songs for our boys, and was super generous of his time, and the boys really enjoyed their night with him. So that was fantastic.
Did he do anything in French for you?
No, Peltz took care of it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
We will be able to take two more questions. And for our first one, we will go to Rob Tychkowski, the Edmonton Sun.
Hi, Coach. You got a lot of players on that team who haven't played a game in a long time. Do you have to guard against maybe them being a little bit too fired up, or is that something you want to get it out of their system?
No, it's a good point, Rob. Yes, we are. We are. worry maybe is too strong of a word, but we are careful with that. We warn them, and we want to really focus on the task and urgent with the task. So we don't want to get too excited. We know the energy, the effort will be to the roof, but we need to play with a purpose. We cannot run everywhere on the ice. We need to play with a purpose, have some structure in our game, and especially with the puck, we need to be careful and don't try to do too much and manage that puck. So we understand where our player are coming from. We understand they will be excited and they want to do well. So they may cross the line here and there. That's all right. That's part of the game. That's why we need to play that pre-tournament game and all get on the same page after. But at the same time, we trust our player to understand that and get better during the game.